Graydon, second time ever for a guy to be here 4 times. Jorge Torres was the first. And he's an amazing guy.
Yes.
What does it feel like?
It's pretty unreal. Like everything didn't really sink in until like Diestat and Mousebit released an article, and then Jorge reached out to me. And so like once everybody started like mentioning it, it was kind of like the magnitude of it kind of set in, and it's kind of hard to wrap my head around.
Can you kind of like take a breath of fresh air? Like, you know, last year I know you were really nervous.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot riding on last year. And now you're here. So can you kind of just breathe easy or no?
Yes and no. Like obviously I wanted to make it 4 times really bad, and so like the stress of that is off my plate, and so like now it's just a matter of having everything come together on Saturday. So I'm obviously still a little stressed because I'd like to try to maybe go for the win, but yeah, I'd say a lot of the burden's kind of lifted off my shoulders now.
You run so well here, though.
Thank you.
You know, you can tell that you know this course, you know how to stay within yourself and not get excited. As a returner and you know, one of the top returners, what kind of advice do you have for others?
I'd say just like don't really let the hill get into your head. I did freshman year and it kind of scared me, but it's really not that bad. Just approach it knowing that you only have to go up it twice. I actually get more nervous about the downhill than the uphill. So I'd say, yeah, just be calm, don't go out too hard, just play to your strengths.
How often do you think about this race?
I'd say pretty much every day in training. It's definitely in the back of my mind.
When you guys are at home, because your sister's a good runner too, she's a twin with you, do you guys talk about it a lot?
Yes, like leading up to like the regional race, we were talking about it a lot, and just like talking about how bad we both wanted to make it this year, and then so yeah, it comes up quite a bit.
Your regional race, walk us through that. Was that what you needed to do, or was it the goal to be right around there? Or did it go not the way you wanted? How'd it go?
It went pretty well to plan. Like I said, I wasn't really too stressed about the win at regionals. It was more just getting the top 10. Like all you got to do is worry about qualifying. So I found myself a lot of times just counting places and making sure I was in a good position, and then just saved a little bit for a kick just in case like a group came from behind me or anything like that.
Yeah, in one of the articles you talked about Eliud Kipchoge's quote where if you don't rule your mind will rule you. And to me, that makes sense. You're a cool, calm, collected guy, and that's how you run races.
Yes.
Do you spend a lot of time focusing on visualization and the mental training?
Yes, especially like in the last few hours, like leading up to the race, I kind of try to block out what anybody else is saying to me and just like really like run the race over and over again in my head, and then just so I can get to the start line with like a clear head.
I think a lot of people want to know how you did this 4 times. You know, Jorge is a name that most of us know. He's an Olympian, and he's done very well. He's still in the sport. He's an agent. You know, how do you do it year after year, coming back, more pressure probably every year? What is it about you that got you to that start line and now gets you to the finish line?
It's just, I don't know, I like, once the gun goes off, I kind of just like think about all of the work that I've put in to get to that point. And it's just, I don't want to let that go to waste, if that makes sense. And so like that really just fuels me. And then obviously the people that have like stood behind me to support me like throughout every step, I'm like, I can't let them down, you know?
And now you being, you know, kind of this unique part of Foot Locker history, what does this family mean to you at Foot Locker? What does this race mean to you?
Foot Locker is just like incredible, just the experience. I mean, like more than just the gear, like the friendships you'll make, the people you get to meet, it's like something that'll stick with you forever. And I feel honored to have been a part of it for 4 years now, and I can't thank y'all enough.
The people that have gone before you, what are some big names that, you know, you correlate to this race?
I would definitely say like Reed Brown is one of them, just because like freshman year I kind of psyched myself out with how nervous I got and how much pressure I put on myself, and I saw him and he was just like cutting up with his friends before the race, and I was like, I need to be more like that. I need to have that relaxed approach. And then obviously you've got runners like Galen Rupp and Dathan Ritzenheim who are incredible. They've gone on to do crazy things, and they started here, so pretty cool.
You left out the course record.
Oh, Ruben Reyna. Yes.
Did you ask about him? Talk about some other athletes that you know from this race.
Just like obviously I looked to Reed Brown a lot just because like my freshman year I psyched myself out and like got in my head a little bit. But I saw like how relaxed he was and he was cutting up with his friends and then he went on to win it. And so I was like, I need to have that relaxed approach next year. And then guys like Ruben Reyna, the course record holder, Galen Rupp, Dathan Ritzenheim, just incredible athletes that all started at Foot Locker.